Hey, my name is Erica. I am a functional nutritional therapy practitioner, which is always a lot to say. But in this Ask and Evolve with Erica video series, my goal here is to take questions from you, meet you where you are, and open up a conversation about it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it means to eat local and eat in season or eat seasonally, and what are the benefits of doing that. It's a conversation that comes up pretty often with a lot of clients that I have when we are talking about this idea of how can we be providing more variety in our life in terms of the food we're eating. How can I nourish my body in a more balanced way? Eating local and eating in season is a big way to do that. So let's talk about it. I think it's kind of topical right now too, because we are in a season currently where when you walk into the grocery store, you are pretty much assaulted by anything flavored pumpkin, right? Or pumpkin flavored anything, which I guess for the record, I am a fan of. But that's really marketing kind of taking eating seasonally to an extreme. Let's talk about what it actually means. So when I say this idea of eating local and eating in season, what I'm really talking about is what kind of foods might I be eating if I were growing my own food where I am in my climate in the season that I'm experiencing currently. So what are the benefits to eating local and eating seasonally? There are definitely some personal health benefits, and there's some really major impacts on our community as well. So we're going to be talking about both of those things in our conversation today. Starting with the health benefits. When we think about eating in season, I want you to remember that seasonal produce is going to be the most nutrient dense in its appropriate season. And what that means is that piece of broccoli in its growing season, so in the fall, I believe, is going to have the highest vitamin mineral content that it'll have all year because that is its appropriate season. So it is going to have the highest nutritional value all year, more bang for your buck. When we're looking to eat more produce, we want to be doing it in a way that's nourishing to our body. So why not be eating it at its peak time, right? So that's item number one. Still staying in the line of health benefits, eating in season encourages variety. If we think about this, during different seasons, there are different types of produce that are appropriate at that time, right? So when we eat a variety, this is doing a lot of things for us. One, it's helping us to avoid monotony, right? But it's also helping us to avoid nutritional deficiencies, because if we eat in the same pattern and eat the same things all the time, we're not getting a good variety of vitamin and mineral content that we really need across the board, on top of a lot of other building blocks that our bodies need. So really thinking about expanding our palate and avoiding sticking to the same things, same like 5 things all the time, is hugely beneficial for our body, but also for our gut. So that was the other piece of this idea of eating in variety. Not only do different types of produce have different mineral and vitamin content, they also have different fiber content. And all of this means a lot of different things to the bacteria in your gut. And as we know now, our gut health is huge and it impacts everything. So eating a variety in season as often as possible is a wonderful way to balance your gut health. Another big piece outside of the health benefits of eating in season is it tastes better. I mean, if you've had a strawberry in December versus a strawberry in June or July, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The flavor is just incredibly different, right? And if we're eating food, we should be enjoying it. So getting food in season is a really good way to make sure that you're packing a super flavorful punch. Another big piece to this, when we think about eating in season that's a benefit to you personally, is it's cheaper. If you eat something local that doesn't have to travel a far way, right? And it's something that's in season, that's easy to produce because it's very natural for it to be happening at that time, it's going to be less expensive to produce and for you to purchase. So a really good way to make sure that we're eating in balance and eating healthfully while being on a budget. The last piece, when we think about how this impacts our community, one, yes, local economy is huge. I mean, you're supporting local farmers, to eat in season. And that's a huge thing that you can be doing for people in your community, but also our environment. If we think about eating things that are out of season, what does it take to bring that eggplant from, wherever it was grown in whatever industrialized farm to ship it here? Did it come on a truck? Did it come on a plane? What types of emissions were involved? So we're thinking about all of these added layers that are happening and we're not really giving back to our local community in that way. So these are some things to be thinking about, what it means to be eating local, eating in season. I have some more tips that I laid out in my blog that's associated with this post. So if you want to read more, definitely check it out. It is in the caption here for you. If you have any other questions on this or you want to learn more about it, leave a comment. I want to hear from you. So that's all I got. And I will see you next time on Ask and Evolve with Erica.